We're here with senior outfielder Troy Stefanski as we continue our Connecticut player feature, as Troy grew up in North Stonington, Connecticut. And Troy, just kind of describe to us what it was like growing up there.
It's like growing up in the woods. There's not a real city feel to it. I really feel like it sort of made me who I am. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Just a really good experience living in a small town feel, going to school at a small school, seeing the same people, just about making lasting friends.
You talk about a small school, so you had a lot of the same teachers as you moved up. Who are some of the teachers that kind of impacted you throughout your years?
Mr. Hewins, I had him twice. He was one of my favorite history teachers. He taught me how to think differently, and he challenged me. My Spanish teacher, Senora Autran, I had her for about 5 years. And she always believed in me, even though I might not have tried very hard in her classes. She always wanted to get more out of me. And the same goes for Mrs. Reyes, who basically dragged me through calc senior year, despite me having no want to be in that class.
What's your go-to restaurant when you go back home?
When I go home, I actually cross the border into Rhode Island. I go to Pizza Place in Westerly. Great pizza, nice chopped pasta salad as well.
So what pizza are you getting when you go there?
I just go straight cheese. I'm a basic kind of guy.
All right, so we were talking before, not really any famous people or celebrities, but there were some guys that you looked up to that played college baseball.
Yeah, growing up, I always looked up to Tom Gavitt and Connor Gleason and guys of their age. They were always just old enough where I was lucky enough to play with them and against them, but also got to see them leave and do great things. Tom, I was lucky enough to play a Legion season with before he went to Bryant, and then he ended up getting picked up, and he was a great inspiration. Tom and Connor were the big kids in Little League when I was young. So as an 8-year-old, they were the big 12-year-olds, and my first Little League at bat, I actually got hit by Tom Gavitt, who was the biggest kid in the league, and I think I cried for about 3 days. My mom still tells that story, and she says it was one of the worst things she's ever heard.